Hey guys, it's Liv, and I'm here to talk about the positives of having a broken foot. Such a weird concept, but it's like, what? How can there be positives? You broke your foot, all I hear is pain, boredom, and just not being able to move. It just, well, guess what? There are positives. It's all about how you think about it and how you make use of your time. Let's get down to it. All right, let's start. I'm gonna start with the obvious one. When you break your foot, what's the first thing you do? Go to the doctor, get a cast. If I'm gonna have a cast, it's gonna be the cutest cast anyone's ever seen. And I think I did it. Look at this thing. So my cousin, who's a painter, shout out to her, she helped me paint my cast. I told her I want to paint flowers on my cast. I want it to be beautiful. And I want to look at something and smile, even if it's something that kind of makes me cringe. So here it is. We painted a flower like almost every other week. We started with cherry blossoms. Then we did a big sunflower, how beautiful. And then we ended with violas or pansies. What was so cool about this was the process of doing it was really, really special. My cousin is spending time with me. We're bonding, we're talking. Sometimes I would even read a book while she was doing it, so I'd read it out loud so both of us could hear the story. Or sometimes we'd just chat, and sometimes we wouldn't talk at all. It was a loving action for her to do, to paint these flowers. For me, it's something I wanted, and she took the time out to do it, and it was just awesome. So let me look at that. How cute. Shoot. This also leads into another awesome thing you can do with having a broken foot is you can be active in certain ways. One of them is go to low-key events. We'd go to our local farmer's market and people would see my cast and be like, wow, that's so pretty. Like, who did that? I'm so sorry you broke your foot, but that's like the prettiest cast I've ever seen. So I would get some attention from these strangers and I would just feel good. I'm like, hey, you know what? That sucks, but it also doesn't suck because I got to do something awesome with it. Not only do you get attention from these strangers, which is, a plus, it makes you feel good, but you get attention from your family in just so many ways. Family and friends. You get all this attention and people are really, really caring for you because they know that you need them. And all this love that your family and friends already have for you, you get to really, really see it because it's in a time of need. You have an injury. The love that you feel like you're getting more of, it's always been there, but now you get to see it in its full capacity. And some people may have a harder time helping you out. Doesn't mean they don't love you, it just sometimes they have a harder time showing it in that way. So don't take offense to that. But when you do get to see it, and when people do want to help you, it's awesome. So that's one of the positives for me, is being able to see somebody's caring love in action for you. So I love that. Another positive is you can be in a wheelchair and people can push you around. So I was kind of getting sick of being inside, which actually is kind of a fun thing, and I'll get into that. But there were some days I'm like, I just want to be outside and I want to walk around a lot, but I can't. And with crutches, it's so difficult. My brother rented a wheelchair for me. Shout out to you. You're so nice. You're such a good brother. You're amazing. One day my brother pushed me around downtown while he was playing Pokemon Go. So not only was it great for me and great for us to bond, but he was also doing something he wanted to do. So we were killing like 3 birds with 1 stone. Damn, productive. Another positive about breaking your foot is having a lot of time to yourself to use as you want, and you can use it to relax. And it's actually your duty to do so. To just lay low, quiet down, put your foot up, drink in your hand, sip, watch TV. You can do nothing, just think. What is the meaning of life? I literally did that. There's so many good documentaries, films, series on Netflix. Oh my god, I watched all 5 seasons of Breaking Bad. I always wanted to and I didn't get to when it was hot and popular. I had something to talk about. I'm like, have you seen Breaking Bad? Because I need to talk about it. The ending scene. Oh my god. The flashback with the box, you guys. Tears. Anyway, you can also read. One thing that books can do for you that movies can't, and nothing against movies. I absolutely love movies, so I'm not bashing them, but books do something for you that movies cannot, and they make you use your imagination a little bit more. When you're watching a movie, you're getting a story, you're transported into the story, but the visual is there for you, so you don't have to do much. You're just taking it in. With books, you're reading the story, but you are creating the visual in your head. So you're doing some of the work. It helps you when you're kind of doing nothing. It helps you use your brain a little bit more. Also, with this extra time, you can do all the things you wanted to do in the past. If it doesn't involve being very active, you can do that now. You can also use this time to really think and be critical of your choices that you've made and the choices that you're making, and where do you want to go. So you have this free time to do a lot of introspective thinking. I did a lot of that, and I'm thankful that I had the time to do that. Another great thing about breaking your foot is you get priority seating wherever you go. We went to go watch the World Cup this summer. I was watching soccer with my cousins, and we went to a bar, and the bar was gonna get really full because everyone was there to watch the soccer game. My cousin was like, but she has a broken foot, she needs someplace to sit, and then they sat us down. We milked it, man. One of the biggest positives about living with a broken foot is the change of routine in your life. I think that changing up your routine is really important. It shakes you up, makes you live differently, and in this case, it wasn't a choice. It was brought upon me. It still doesn't take away about the benefit of changing your routine. I was living way differently. I wasn't getting up at 6:30 to get ready for work. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't showering every single day. I wasn't on the computer every single day for multiple hours at a time like I am at work. I wasn't around people. I wasn't seeing the same faces that I do usually when I'm at work. Work is a big part of your life. When you change your routine, especially in this way where you're not going to work, it's so different, and you see life differently, you're experiencing it differently. What I got from it was this 6 weeks away from work was like cleansing. Everybody needs to do it. People are scared to take time off of work. They don't see that they have time to do it, and for some people it's not going to work out. Especially if you're a business owner, you can't really get away from your job for 6 weeks, and I don't think you'd even want to. In other situations, and with my experience, even though I wasn't out there having the time of my life, partying, sightseeing, living the La Vida Loca, still the 6 weeks was refreshing in its own right. It was. And I came back to work in a really, really good mindset. I didn't let myself get down. And that's all your choice. It's all your choice. The change of routine can be quite surprising and a shock to the system, but it's all about how you handle it. So I would say, all in all, my experience with a broken foot has been positive. My pain tolerance is very, very high, so the difficulties I went through with that were not very serious for me. Everyone's different though. Everyone has a different pain threshold, so it's going to be different for everyone. But I took the time, and I was very mindful about how I was going to use my time off, and it was actually almost like a blessing. So those were my positives about having a broken foot, living with a broken foot. And if you guys have any questions, if you want to talk about it, let me know, just comment. I'm very, very open to it, and I'd love to help you guys if you need any of my guidance or knowledge. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!